They're going to come out here, so just see if you can
Yep.
point there. When they come out the other way, point over there.
Yeah.
You got the song ready to go?
Song?
Yeah. Do you know the song for the walkout?
I do not.
Okay. This one right here, this is Requiem for a Tower. That's what we're going to play. Right now what I'm doing is turning down the MP3, which you're going to do. We're just going to do it this way. When I'm getting ready for the sky, I'm going to turn this up.
Yeah.
Right?
All the way.
And press play. That's all you got to do. Everything else. And when we're done, you just turn that down.
Okay.
And then I will come over and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. How high do you want me to? Just like.
Do you want? I don't know. So make it.
And then, just as soon as you start.
When I say now for this one, sky.
Do you follow every player when they come out? Do you just follow them?
I would.
Okay.
Hello, Sky fans. Welcome to our match tonight, featuring the Snohomish Skymen versus the visitors, South Sound FC. The Snohomish Skymen would like to thank their 2025-2026 sponsors, Team Lodge IT, Old Tap Inn, El Burrito, People's Bank, and Snohomish Sports Zone for their support. And now for the visitors, South Sound FC. Number 1, Nathan Salson. Number 4, Ryan Griffin. Number 5, Vaughn Thornquist. Number 6, Miles Ford. Number 7, Mitchell Balmer. Number 8, Drew Adela. Number 9, Derek Johnson. Number 10, Craig Johnson. Number 11, Jason Zerla. Number 13, Brett Stallworth. Number 15, Andres Almo. Number 17, Elijah Herbert. Number 18, Seth Wolf. Number 23, Tyler Hughes. Number 27, Nate Ford. Number 33, Keegan York. Number 42, Casey Seal. Number 99, Jesus Flores. And now, let's put your hands together for the Snohomish Sky men's team who are being accompanied by the Lake Stevens Singers. Number 1, Austin Hill. Number 8, Kyle Sometta. Number 9, William Raw. Number 10, Connor Gordon. Number 11, Roberto Fusion. Number 13, Adrian Vasquez. Number 14, Cody Duncan. Number 16, Jeff Mahaloff.
Let's go, yeah.
Number 17, Sergio Zidane. Number 19, Ryan Peters. Number 22, Tyler Sharp. Number 23, Kyle Aguirre. Number 24, Marcus Swanson. Number 27, Cesar Gonzalez. Number 71, Anthony Henry. Number 77, Cameron Moore. And number 99, Trevor Moore. If you could all rise and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem by Danica Clover.
Oh, say can you see my thoughts early light once so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets are glad, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's hear it for Snohomish High.
Hey, there you go. Welcome to a wonderful day out here at the Snohomish Soccer Dome, where the South Sound FC, who just kicked things off, are taking on the Snohomish Sky. Sky winning possession back early here. Should be a fantastic game on paper. Both teams seem to be pretty evenly matched. Here's Valza already throwing the hands up, making sure nothing is called here. Traditionally, you're used to seeing the Sky in pink, but today the pink players on the field are the referees here, as Snohomish Sky wearing their black and multicolored pink and blue uniforms as they take on the new look South Sound FC, who have rebranded since their move over to Gig Harbor. Looks like Nathan Solvson's gonna get the start in goal for South Sound here. Ferrari making his first attempt going across the pitch. He was trying to see if he could find Connor Doherty. Nothing so far, but the first call is a foul here, and it goes against the Snohomish Sky. Quick reminder to everybody, when you get 6 fouls, it's an automatic blue card here. We saw several of those in the last game for the Sky. The home opener, for example, as this is only the second game in the arena this year for the Snohomish Sky. Sutrel tries to escape pressure, had a flick on. It's a bad strike, however, from Zason Zerfla, and he's not going to be able to get what should have been an easy tap and goal. The Sky escaping with a little bit of luck here. Sutrel now cross midfield with possession. Plays it back over to your goalkeeper for the Sky tonight, Trevor Devoren. Devoren comes across, sends it over both lines. He was just inside the red line. No red line foul. And now it's a battle in the corner. Multiple Sky players trying to get it here. Sutrel steps in, breaks the contact. Swanson can't quite get it, but he's back on defense already, pressuring Jesus Flores of South Sound early. Deep out of his goal is Solvson. Tries to find his defenders. They're playing it back. Here's a strike. Oh, it's a weak foot attempt, but it doesn't quite go the way of Cameron Mooring. Sky still with possession. Swanson tried to find Sutrel over on the right wing. Instead, it's going to be stolen by Jesus Flores, who takes the strike himself and cleared perfectly by the opposite number 99, Trevor Devoren. Devoren in the green and black for the goalkeepers here in Snohomish. The Sky now trying to see if they can play it back forward. Swanson heads it on towards the offensive zone, and it's forced South Sound to regroup here. 12:06 still going here. Last time the Sky played here, they had about 3 goals by this point in the game. Much better defensively, but they're trying to see if they can get another early goal in here. Big strike comes from the 4 of South Sound, and Von Torkist wasn't able to, but number 9, Derek Johnson's going to get the first goal here for South Sound FC. And we're going to be back underway here. Ferrari, with a little trickery, tried to throw it across to the left wing early. He's got several big goals here as he takes a strike that's on target. Has to force Nathan Solvson to come out early on the stop. Showing that long-range pressure early. Gustavo Ferrari, a phenomenal forward out here for the Sky. Defensively, Devoren's going to try to play this one out. Little work off the wall. Doesn't quite get the clear that he wants working with Mooring. But the defense is able to pressure all the way back to Stallworth. Stallworth, another big staple here in this league, is Cody Duncan now with it. He's making a run. He goes left foot. Goal for number 14, Cody Duncan. Your Snohomish Sky's first goal scored by number 14, Cody Duncan. Beautiful steal and run there. Goes with the left foot off the left wing. Was a little farther out. And looks like the goalkeeper of Solvson got blocked by his own defender. Excellent placement. Good heads-up IQ play by Cody Duncan, and now we're drawn level here with only 11 minutes still to go in this first quarter here. Mooring working with Swanson. They play it off the wall. They were trying to see if they could find Anthony Henry up front early. Unfortunately for them, it goes the other way. Suchel, great job on a steal. He stopped what could have been a good goal attempt from Ryan Griffith. South Sound 17 takes the strike. It's Elijah Hurt. And he's going to be hurting a little bit on that one because he thought he had the perfect angle, but the strong defense of the Sky comes up early. It's going to go out for a corner, though, off the block. And the goal scorer, Derek Johnson, puts it back into play. Cesar Zavala heads it on forward. Found Swanson. This one's defensively cleared by Nathan Solveson. He tracks back in towards his net as it's going to be a red line for the Sky. Going to be taken by Doherty. Sent over to Swanson. Swanson had a good strike, but deflected early. Good second effort by Peters. Still in the zone. Swanson found Suchel. Suchel fighting for it with 3 around him. He's able to play it to the corner. The fight and resolve of this Sky team, they keep it going. Peters finds across towards Doherty. Connor Doherty, 2 on, tries to play through. The Monroe High School graduate now finds a way to keep this in play. He's over on the corner. It was a great attempt by Ryan Peters. Just couldn't quite get the power behind, and so it goes around again. Peters and Swanson now, they're waiting for extra players to come on from the substitution there. Looks like Ferrari and Zavala are going to enter. 2 captains out on the field, Cesar Zavala and Marcus Swanson, veteran players of the WISL here. Sent in by Doverin to Gustavo, who shows the power. Ferrari testing the keeper from deep again. Played up forward by Almo. Almeo makes a run, but the ball sent back over to Griffith. Solveson crossed the red line. Sends it in. Swanson with the steal. Intended to go to Nate Ford, but nothing came about it for South Sound FC. Well, the Gig Harbor team had to go through 2 swamps today as the flooding here in Snohomish has died down enough to allow people to travel and play, but it's been an interesting week for the Snohomish County residents. But regardless, Snohomish stays strong, and we're here bringing you a fantastic night tonight, a phenomenal event that they are hosting as well. As not only do we have some fantastic WISL action, but also they have an Adopt a Sock program here. A great way for this team to give back to the community for its fans as well, as this one's sent clear out of play by Ferrari. Everybody substituting now, it seems, for the Sky, as the goalkeeper gets this underway again. Peters steals it. Great back heel flick comes from Mooring. Peters was unable to continue the run, being defended closely by Keegan York. Remember, for the holiday season, if you're looking to be able to give back or fortunate enough to, the Adopt a Sock event that they've held here in Snohomish is a phenomenal way to do so. Flores makes a run in. Flores, weak foot. Doverin comes up big this time with a stop, using his left leg to get the block. Peters working well. Forced the tight angle there, and Flores tried to squeeze one through, goes off his own man, and Devorin comes up strong. The Snohomish Sky players walked out here today with the Lake Stevens Stingers local youth team that you may have seen in the pregame. They're here cheering loud with their noisemakers. You'll see them right behind the Sky's goalkeeper. 6:10 still to go in this first quarter of action. Zavala crossing, making a run. A little bit of contact early here. Swanson and looks like Mitchell Balmer Little off the ball contact. Could we see something late in this game? Maybe a Swanson from almost halfway across the field. Tried to play one in towards the box. Nothing was there though. Freshly subbed on is Casey Seedor. He makes a quick run at it. Gavarin forced to play it. Goes all the way to Suchel in the 11. Suchel crossfield finds Swanson. Sky opening up the floor a bit. Swanson plays it off the wall. Just couldn't quite get a good enough touch to Anthony Henry, who bats it to the goalkeeper. If it had been about 3, maybe 5 inches lower, I think that's a perfect volley for Henry there. Regardless, we play on, tied 1-1 here in the first quarter of action. 5:14 still to go as Swanson has to block the attempt off the wall. Cutting off the runner. Looked like it was going to be Ryan Griffith making a run. Here's a chance here. Connor Doherty running towards the corner with it. Vasquez, who played last season with Everett City, returns back to the Snohomish Sky this year. Plays off the wall towards him. He makes contact with Nathan Solveson. Both are down. Looks like for injuries. Very tight call here. Nathan Solveson playing the ball. Adrian Vasquez also playing the ball. Looks like both just made contact with each other on the play. Time stopped with 4:15 on the clock here.
They didn't stop. It was at 4:40.
They're still got a regular clock going here in the arena. We've stopped it at 4:40 here, as it's a clear ref whistle. Vasquez still down. Looks like Solveson got back up. So we have the injury timeout going right now. Fix the score clock. Still 4:40 still to go here into the first quarter of action. A blue card was shown while we had our injury screen up and a player being attended to. I believe it is a blue card against the Snohomish Sky. A late blue card pulled out here after the referees made sure that the players were fine. It appears, though, that the Snohomish Sky will go down a player. And I will be back with more information on that in a sec, though it looks like Nathan Solveson is back and will stay in this game, but Vasquez needed help getting off the field. We wish him a speedy recovery. Blue card shown to the Snohomish Sky. They will be down a man for 2 minutes. So when we restart play, it sounds to us, based off what we were able to gather from the referees here, that the blue card was shown to Adrian Vasquez for a kick to the head. as he is now on the bench being attended to. Trainer is also out here talking to Nathan Solveson. Looks like giving a quick concussion test, making sure he's all good with the contact to the head. The nice new uniforms here for South Sound FC, as they're in a beige and blue, it seems. They did recently relocate to a brand new facility out in Gig Harbor, named after one of the legends of the WISL and Tacoma Stars himself. A lovely facility out there, and excited for them to have their own facility. Looks like Nathan Solveson will stay in. He's good, cleared his quick concussion test. And now South Sound FC will be up a player for 2 minutes. So the Sky will finish this penalty kill at 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining if no goals are scored before that time is up. So the penalty kill is going to be out for this Snohomish Sky side. Marcus Swanson in 24 up front, being paired with Tyler Sharp. Behind the two of them is going to be Yev Mikhailov and Cesar Zavalza. These four are going to be working with their goalkeeper, Trevor Devoren, to keep the Sky in this game. Tied 1-1 right now. Both teams still have their timeouts, as it was a referee timeout called for the injury on the field. And only one team foul for the Sky in this game. It was a straight blue card to Vasquez, the referees decided. So it will not be due to any sort of 6-team fouls. Sky doing a good job so far, staying with their players. Devoren barely gets a hand on it. Sharp can't quite get the bicycle in either. Devoren with a second big save with his hands. Stopped with the left, stopped with the right, as they stay alive in this one. The defense following with South Sound's players. This one goes across the box here.
We did.
Ryan Griffith with it. Sent it over to Jason Zerfla, who sent it to Griffith. Back across now to Johnson. Derek Johnson in the 9. Looked like a shot was going to be taken by Jason Zerfla, but he decides better against it. Instead, Casey Seedor tries now. They've been rocking this Sky side back and forth, seeing if they can find an opening. And instead, Deveren's going to work with Mihailov, and they're going to clear. Solveson had to come out of it. 12 seconds remain on this power play. It's a good penalty killing team out here for the Sky. This one wide of net, off the wall. Sharp's going to keep it. His dribble will be exactly what they need, and that releases the player, and out comes number 17, Sergio Sedano. So the first power play of this game is completely killed off by the Snohomish Sky. Sedano making a run, almost gets a touch on it, trying to force this South Sound side back. Hurt has to send back to Solveson. Sky stepping back a little bit here at the halfway line, trying to play smart defense, but they don't need to play aggressively close. Swanson steps in, can't quite get it. Sent across. Cesar Zavalza gets a big stop, goes straight to the feet of number 6, Miles Ford, who sent it wide. Derek Johnson back across the field as he now also comes off. Griffith holds, waiting for the new player, and he goes to substitute. Sent deep into the opposite side left corner for South Sound. No one there to receive the pass, though, and this one's going to be smartly cleared by Kyle Strumbetta. Strumbetta on the field now. Haven't seen much of him in this game so far. He plays very tight, aggressive defense, which can be crucial in certain moments, and We've got our first team foul against South Sound here, tied 1-1 on fouls, as this one was number 27, Nate Ford, fouling the Sky. Looks like it was Sharp who went down there. DeVaron gets it started, sending it over to Strumbetta. Over to Mooring, back over to DeVaron. He's got to wait for it to roll inside the red line, and does. Sends it across into the corner. He finds Ferrari with a beautiful first touch. He's able to keep it in towards the corner to himself. Here was a chance there. Cody Duncan wanted it played to his feet. It was played off the wall instead. Not quite a touch he could use. Ferrari plays off the wall, but it's going to be scooped up harmlessly by Solveson. Ford plays this one forward for South Sound as new substitutes come on. DeVaron gets it out on that number 3 call. Remember, goalkeepers only get 4 seconds before they have to play it unless they cross the half-field point. Peters this time arcs it across the entire field. Mooring couldn't quite get a hold of it. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter of action here. Tied 1-1. We'll be back for more in just a moment here at the Snohomish Soccer Dome in the Snohomish Sky's second home game. Snohomish Sky would like to thank Team Logic IT again for their continued sponsorship year after year. Team Logic IT is a national provider of technology services and solutions for businesses, offering peace of mind by keeping your organization safe and secure from viruses, hackers, and human error. Check out Team Logic IT for all your IT needs and solutions. Welcome back for the second quarter of action here. 1-1 game right now. Both goals are been scored by number 9, Derek Johnson of South Sound FC, and number 14, Cody Duncan of the Snohomish Sky. Drawing this to a level game. Sky's already killed off one penalty early here. Zavalza plays it through. You heard from him on the field as soon as he hit it. That one went out, and it's going to be a defensive clear. That's a red line. It was intended to be played off the wall, but it is a defensive clearance, they're going to say. Sky bench trying to argue for which point in which it is, and sounds to me like the referees have agreed that it was a defensive clearance, and it's going to be spotted at the top of the key. Three-man wall, Suchel, Swanson, and Duncan. Goes high off the wall. Zavalza doesn't get quite the clear. He wants to deflect off of Suchel, but Sky escaped the dangerous shot opportunity there from the defensive clearance. Big three-line foul now from Gustavo Ferrari, showing off the strength. You don't normally see that much power put into the indoor game, at least not from that far, but it was a smart move for the clear. It's going to be a red line for South Sound. Blue sleeves send it over to Johnson. Derek Johnson deflected off of Ferrari. Now into the corner. Derek Johnson gets another one. It was a beautiful laid-up ball from Andreas Almeo. Now here's a run. Defenders in the way. That strong left hand of DeVarin coming up with a save again as it's sent into the corner. Deflectors in the way. Zavala in the Predators gets the deflection now. This one doesn't go three red lines. Instead, it bounces just inside the red line, and this is still a live ball here. And finally, a breather from the defense of the Sky. One still stays back in the box is Mitchell Balmer. He's being man-marked by Zavala. Goes high off the wall, scooped up into the hands of DeVarin, who throws it deep across. He finds Ferrari. Ferrari in a run here. Keegan York doing just enough to keep the Ferrari at bay. Cedar tries to make a run. He stays up, keeps possession of it. Doherty forced him back. And now a dive from Cedar. Right off the post there, Cedar in possession. Referee says no fouls on either player. They're both playing the ball. We continue on. Ferrari making a run, but this one ripped by Keegan York. York played it off the wall, and now it goes South Sound making a run. Peters having to dive into the pressure there, and he's able to push it back. Henry showing a little more pressure over to York as well. York on that back line with Zerfla. Forced Ryan Griffith to come up higher as well. Solveson in two, gets across the red line and sent it into the corner. Griffith sends back over to Stallworth. Brett Stallworth plays it over to Solveson. Brett, one of the veterans of the South Sound side. South Sound, one of the newer teams in the league. And it's a goal here from number 99, Jesus Flores, played off the wall. And it is now 2-1. South Sound over the Sky. Goal scored by number 99, Jesus Flores. Played off the wall. Swanson able to steal it. Brings back in towards pressure. Tried to find Suchel off the wall. Wasn't quite able to. The defense came up big there from Elijah Hurt. Whistle from the referee. Ball went out of play. Zavala gets us started. Sent in by Zavala. Henry lets it go by. Tries to get it off the wall. Another clear here. Zavala played it on towards his goalkeeper. DeVarin comes out, able to beat the rush of two South Sound players. Craig Johnson was almost there. as well was Derek Johnson. Now another run coming in. The 8 to the 10. Johnson to Johnson. Shot missed by Nate Ford. Henry played it back to Zavala off the wall behind Henry. Swanson fouled for going shoulder to shoulder. And that is the second team foul for this Snohomish Sky side. Ryan Griffith sent in towards center. He finds Zerfla. Zerfla pressured by Duncan, forced back. 3 lines. And Nathan Solveson goes a little too strong on the power. So the beautiful touch from Ryan Peters doesn't matter as it goes to the top of the red line. Adrian Vasquez back out on the field. Phenomenal to see after the big collision with the goalkeeper earlier. Fantastic to see him back on the field. He was holding that calf and knee area a little bit. Still looks a little swollen, but still looks like he's willing to keep going. Shove in the box. Not called. Finally called late. And the referee gets it right here. Snohomish saying that the foul happened inside the box. They want it at the top of the arc. Referee's deciding whether it goes to the top of the arc or if it goes to the corner. The referees have made the decision that it goes to the top of the arc. So Vasquez gets us started here. Top of the arc, he could go direct with it. He's got Cameron Mooring to his left. He's got Duncan, who's going to take it. Duncan just a little bit too high, but it was to the right, and he used the strong left to get it up. Referees doing a good job managing this game here tonight. Sometimes the tensions can fly high, but they've controlled it very well here and kept this a close game. Foul here from the referee. Collision there. Strumbetta upset with the call. Referee saw the foul and called it. Mitchell Bulmer went down. He's going to take this one as we restart play. Bulmer sends it over. He finds number 33, Keegan York. Played in towards the box. Was looking for Mitchell Bulmer, I believe. Couldn't find anyone. This one picked up by York. York goes for it and just a little wide of the net. Still a 2-1 game with 7:12 still to go in this game. Duncan played it off the wall opposite side. Good steal comes from Craig Johnson though, and South Sound's already back bringing pressure again. Duncan clears again. Johnson flicks over to Flores. Marcus Swanson with the steal. Can't escape the pressure. He goes back in. Referee calls a foul on Swanson. 4th team foul, and suddenly Sky is in foul trouble here, as it's 4 fouls for Snohomish and 2 fouls for South Sound FC. Craig Johnson goes for it. Can't quite arc it around, and it's rebounded off the wall. It was a half-hearted attempt from Casey Seedor. Ferrari goes down. He was trying to draw a foul. Referees say play on Zavala at the wall. He has to beat Flores and does. Dangerous position to be, but Trevor DeVoren keeps the calm head. He keeps playing. Back heel flick. Now Suchel for a 3rd attempt. And it's divingly picked up by Nathan Solveson. Still in play. Ferrari goes with a back heel. Solveson was down. Couldn't get enough speed on this ball, though, and it's able to be picked up and stopped by South Sound. Stallworth sent it over. DeVerne touched it over to the corner. South Sound still bringing pressure again. Well, it is that Christmas time of year, and many players wearing what look to be brand new boots as they've all been announced for the new season. Suchel now in, and he flicks it in! Roberto Suchel with the assist from Connor Doherty. And we're tied 2-2 again here with 5:25 still to go. Well, from 10 to the 11, it's now level. A little bit too eager here. The referee didn't blow his whistle, and we have to restart the top here. Smiles all around, however. Back underway. Bouncing ball across the field into the corner. Peters playing it, goes cross net. It's a little bit dangerous there. DeVaron doing a good job in net tonight, working with his defenders. Sky in a 1-3-1 formation right now, shifting here, trying to find Henry, but it's a great first touch from Griffith. Ryan Griffith starting South Sound off again. He makes a run, plays it high off the wall, headed on towards target Derek Johnson, but just actually a little high of the woodwork there. Cody Duncan's turn now to make some magic happen. He finds number 71 in the corner. There's a chance. Just wasn't quite enough. Great work from Anthony Henry, playing it off the wall, finding Cameron Mooring. But tight defense keeps it a draw game here. Mooring taking a second now. He's got Strumbetta behind him. All the way across to the red line. DeVaron coming out of his box. He gets across the red line. He's going to send it cross corner left side. This was defensively cleared. They're going to say it was a corner, was an incidental touch. Doherty lets the ball through. He finds Swanson. So we have a corner, not the top of the arc because it was not a defensive clear. Doherty and Swanson trying to find a gap. Suchel making a run with Peters and Vasquez. Vasquez coming up to the top, trying to get three at the top. Peters in the corner now with possession of it. He can't find anything, being guarded heavily by the 8. Drew Abdella with the pressure there. Now Swanson tries to go from deep at the red line. Zavala recovers for the Sky. Ryan Griffith forced deep. 3 minutes, 8 seconds here. Big fouls here now. Vasquez showing frustration. Grabbed at that knee again that he's already injured with. Limping off, but under his own pressure. 4-3 now. And a timeout going to be called here with 3 minutes left on the clock of a 2-2 game. We're going to take 30 seconds here. Ferrari with a big strike. He got the ball from Swanson as we got started here. Final 3 minutes of this first half of action. Marcus Swanson smartly clears it quickly. And now one of the Johnsons, this one being Craig, goes cross pitch. He finds Omao. Number 15, and it's off of Marcus Swanson. And it's going to be an own goal. Great effort there by Andreas Almeo. Playing it off the wall, off of Swanson and in. And now it's a 3-2 game. Well, that is an unfortunate matter of events. The free kick for the Sky turns out to be a goal for South Sound instead. Ferrari sends it back to Peters. Peters pressured early. He goes over to his left. He plays this one through. Mooring decided he wanted that one played. Mooring goes down, grabs his ankle. No fouls called by the referee. All ball contact, and we continue on here. Flores making a run of his own for South Sound. Flores fakes off the wall. He goes back in towards center. Cedar now can't quite find a way. Strumbetta pressuring with Mooring, and it's played all the way to Stallworth. Stallworth moving it forward here slowly. Working with Solveson, trying to find an opening. He goes cross pitch into the corner. Peters is going to beat York into the corner. Flores with the dough. Didn't quite go far off the rebound. Good block by Doverin. Doverin at point blank range is able to set his feet and stop that one. And now Ferrari makes a run towards the right wing corner of the opposite side. Griffith and Ferrari battling for it. Cody Duncan with a little extra contact there from Solveson. And it's played on Stallworth. Into the corner, finds Flores. Flores with the second goal of this game here. Have a 2-3 lead right now. Foul called against South Sound FC. It is now 4-4 right here. Referee setting up possession where the foul was committed. Strumbetta goes across with a minute 11 seconds remaining on the clock. Zavala, little trickery. He's able to keep Greg Johnson back. Finds his goalkeeper. Greg Johnson now trying for an open goal net here. It's off the foot of Nate Ford from South Sound, however. 57 seconds remain. Cesar Zavalza goes directly for it. It goes off the back, however, of Henry, but can't quite go on target. Downs number 27, Nate Ford. And Ford, off the ricochet, looks like he got hit in that solar plexus and had the wind knocked out of him as he gets back up. That's an uncomfortable feeling for everyone at home. I know you understand that. We've all had the wind knocked out of us once or twice as a kid, and that is unfortunate when you get a direct center from the ball. So Ford's going to be walked off with the trainer attending to him. We're going to continue our final 50 seconds of coverage here. And Craig Johnson going to play it nicely all the way back to Deverin. Good sportsmanship in there. Now Craig Johnson, quick cutback. Tried to flick it on. He was looking for Michael Balmer, who could have been open on a shot. Instead, however, looks like the number 5 of Von Torkist intercepted the pass accidentally. Sky bringing pressure, boxing in with 3. Zaval's a one-on-one here, and he's going to beat Vaughn instead. Tornquist having some good runs here late. 10 seconds. Zavalza sends it across. Big collision between the 27 and 10. 6.3 remain. Craig Johnson. Big contact. A little late. We'll see what the referees say. Looks like he got the worst of it as every man's flinching. It's a blue card on Craig Johnson. He's arguing it shouldn't be a blue call on him, but because of the contact. But the contact was made because of a run at the ball. Cesar Zavalza taking a big hit, but doing perfect in order to draw the blue card here. And it's a late power play with 6 seconds remaining on the clock, which means it'll carry over into the third quarter here. Ferrari gonna take it. Played in, we get started. Ferrari, big strike on target, but it hits the body of Drew Abdella. And so we'll have a power play continuing on once we get into the third quarter and the second half of action. We'll be right back after a 15-minute break here. You're watching the WISL Snohomish Sky take on the South Sound FC here on Snohomish Sky's YouTube page. We're getting ready for our second half of action. 2 more quarters. 30 more minutes is all we have left to play. Sky trailing by 1 goal. 3-2 as South Sound have come in here and been going toe-to-toe with Snohomish. The referees in pink, South Sound in their cream and blue, and the black with hints of pink and blue of the Sky as we get back underway. Griffith making a run. He has to be boxed in by 4. Ferrari able to get it. Great steal there from Duncan, applying the pressure. Duncan goes for it right off the woodwork. Almost an immediate goal 20 seconds in here. Ferrari over to Doherty. Connor Doherty plays back to Ferrari, who goes cross pitch to Duncan. Snohomish is keeping the 3 at the top there, being pressured by only 2 players right now. Doherty going to try to make a run. Big fire here from Ferrari. Goes high, still barely in play, but not by much. Duncan tries to play it forward, goes off of York for South Sound, and it's going to go for a corner. Still up a man. 13:06 is all that's left on this power play. If you're just joining us here, the Snohomish Sky got a power play late, as it was Craig Johnson who made contact and completely wiped out Cesar Zavalza. A face save from Nathan Solveson keeps this one alive. So Snohomish has been up a man so far on this power play. Doherty with a little bit of a chip. Can't quite get some pace on it, and it's saved by Solveson. Deep run here now. Only about 20 seconds remain. Ferrari having to run. He's able to beat the man, and Hurt has to track back. Big strike here. Stallworth this time, using the shoulder to defend and block. 10 seconds remain on the power play as it is 2-3. A late goal in this power play would draw us level. Big chance here. Deflected just barely. Ferrari's got to get it as out comes Craig Johnson. And we're back to 5 aside here now. Duncan now, he's going to play for the ball. Late whistle from the referee decided that Duncan did indeed foul Elijah Hurt. And now it is 5-4, and fouls become a question, as Sky have 5 and South Sound have 4. Remember, if you get to 6, it is a power play automatically. Both teams have had power plays here today, neither of which were able to bring any goals. 100% kill for both sides right now in this game. Who's going to be the next one to blink? This one played off the wall. Missed! And it's scored by Derek Johnson. His second goal for the night. Misplayed. And that's unfortunate. At 12:14, it is now 4-2 as South Sound lead the Sky. Anthony Henry in the 71 gets us started. He finds Peters, who rips one in early. Johnson plays off the wall, but Peters reads him like a book. Mooring trying to make a run now. He's got 2 on him, playing him at the wall. He keeps his dribble, finds Anthony Henry. Henry goes towards center. It's a strike. 2 players trap it. Nathan Solveson and Keegan York sliding in to trap that ball. Cedar across the pitch, he finds Jason Zerfla, who can't get past Marcus Swanson and is forced to track all the way back. They give it instead to Brett Stallworth. It's another beautiful night of WISL soccer here inside the Snohomish Soccer Dome, as that's going to be the 6th team foul for this Snohomish side, and they're going to go down a man on a power play. That is the 6th foul here in 2 minutes as a man up here. Drew Abdella chatting with the referee about something, but nothing will change. It's going to be a 4-on-5 here. as 11:14 remains on the clock here. 9:13 is when they will release the Sky player. Craig Johnson in the corner, sends it back over to Griffith, finds the other Johnson in the opposite corner. Griffith still at the red line, can't seem to find a way in. Sharp on the defense, working with Zavala. Sharp getting the touch, he's able to flick it, and he's fouled down, and it's going to be a foul on Craig Johnson, leading to the 5th foul here. It is now 5 and 6 on fouls. Derek Johnson over to Griffith. Big strike comes from Griffith. And another one comes from Derek Johnson. Third one, this one's deflected this time. Wasn't off the wall, it was off the strong brick wall known as Trevor Devoren. 10:04 still to go. About 45 seconds remain on the power play here. 9:13's when they'll release the 5th Sky player. And here we go again. Cesar Zavala. 2 excellent clears here. They've got about 30 more seconds. Can the Sky kill this and keep themselves in this game with only a 2-goal differential right now? Zerfla over to Craig Johnson. Devoren hadn't touched it yet. He didn't have a time count. He's able to flick this one on. Only about 13 seconds left. Goalkeeper with the wrong time to his team. It's about 5. Swanson with a half flick here. And the player should be released now. And he is. Goalkeeper giving misinformation to his team. Puts this South Sound side in a panic. Snohomish end up having to clear, trying to get some fresh legs on with some substitutes, as the penalty kill is perfect here tonight for the Sky. Zerfla dribbling through, finds Craig Johnson, back over to Zerfla. He's got 2 on him. Mylov bringing pressure. Cesar Zavala, who just spent his entire 2 minutes out there on the penalty kill, still out there and gets another big pressure. This one sent out of play by Elijah Hurt. And South Sound have to go back behind now. Tyler Sharp with it. He finds Duncan. Back over to Sharp, who's going to send a low one in. Peters tried for the shot. He keeps possession. Finds his way over to Sharp, who sends it. I apologize. That was Kyle Ayer who found Sharp, and now it's a goal! Looks like it's Ryan Peters who touches it last, and it's 3-4 as the Snohomish Sky continue on. Third Snohomish Sky goal scored by number 19, Ryan Peters. And just like that, Sky back within 1 now. This one goes out of play, mistouched by Sky. South Sound have lost their 2-goal advantage here. Now cut back into just 1 with 7:37 still to go in the third period of action. Ferrari was the intended target. Deflected, unfortunately, and it was Keegan York who recovered it. South Sound now finds Stallworth, their longtime player. Been a founding member of this South Sound FC side. Stayed with them as they moved out of Tacoma and over to the Gig Harbor area. Zavalza gets the ball over to the corner. Cody Duncan with a beautiful spin move. Keeps possession. 3 players in front of him before finally loses it. Zavalza putting everything on the line as he gets a game-saving save there. Momentum stays with this Snohomish Sky side. They keep going. Put in towards the corner. Doherty gets it off the wall. Can Ferrari get some help with there? Connor Doherty this time. He gets it. He finds Sharp. Sharp puts it back in towards the box. Sharp having his jersey grabbed the entire way by Jesus Flores. Flores tries to see if he could find a back door over to Mitchell Balmer, but can't. Stopped again by Zavala. Zavala diving out again, and it's a deep clear, giving a moment of respite to this Sky defense. Ryan Griffith holding. Duncan not willing to challenge yet. Everyone needing a moment to catch their breath as this game has been intense on the speed. There you have a chance. Misplayed by Keegan York, but he's able to finally recover and play it after receiving a pass from Mitchell Balmer, who has an assist. So York almost too fast on the run, but it turns out to still be a goal here. And now the lead is back to 2 goals. 5-3 is Sky trail. Peters sends this one into the corner. Was looking for Swanson. Played it high. Swanson still has it. No foul here as Derek Johnson lost his footing himself. No player around him. So no boarding's call. We continue on with play. Number 77 of your Sky keeps his dribble as Cameron Mooring is going to do everything he can to will this team in. Using both feet there. Almost looked like he was floating in the air. Peters plays in towards the right wing. It's going to be Derek Johnson on the run this time. Cody Duncan tracks back. He's been excited about this game since he came in. He had a good feeling, and he's got 1 goal today. And Cameron Mooring goes down. That's the 6th team foul, and indeed, it's going to be a blue card shown to South Sound FC. Both teams level now on 0 fouls, but Sky goes up a man. They wish that it was only a 1 goal differential, but it's 2 right now. Last time that the Sky were on the penalty power play, they weren't able to find the back of the net. Pass from DeVarin over to Doherty. Doherty rips one from deep. Almost can find Peters. Stallworth is the difference as he gets between the 2 Sky players. Doherty over to the left wing. He finds Ferrari. Duncan on the right. Duncan rips one a little high, and it's going to find Ferrari. Sky still in possession, still in control here. Ferrari cuts one in, little too much of the inside of the boot, and it's going to go outside the woodwork. Doherty's going to track back to pick it up. Ferrari from deep, just a hair high. Dovarin's been having himself a fantastic game. Major big saves, time in, time out here. The Sky team shows quite a lot of fight in these games, as they have the roster they feel to win a championship here. This one cross pitch just past the leg of Hurt. Off the wall by the 9, flicked out by the 8. Defensive clear should be the call. Either way, it's out on South Sound FC. And indeed, the referees call a defensive clear, and Doherty's going to put it at the top of the key. 2-man wall is all they have to offer here. Gustavo Ferrari doesn't quite get under it as much as he wants to, and it rolls to Solveson. Nathan Solveson finds the throw, and it's going to be number 14 keeping him in. Duncan finds Doherty. Doherty rips one. It's off of number 33, so York's going to be the player off last. 3:20 on the clock. Ferrari over to Doherty. Player is released. We're back to 5-a-side action here. Ferrari rips one in. He's not able to get the power there. He's had several big long shot attempts as Peters comes out. Ferrari doesn't quite get the touch he wants, and instead Doherty has to fight possession back. Ferrari winning it back now. He finds Doherty. Doherty 1-on-1, just a little high. And had a second, third chance effort there. Ilya Mohov couldn't quite get enough on the header. It goes straight down instead of straight. And it remains 3-5. with 2:38 still to go in the third period of action. Still another quarter of play here, and this game has turned out to be a fantastic one here in the second half. This one out of play off of Andreas Almeo. Sky gonna send it back. Great pressure was brought there by the 9. Ilya Mohov forced the defensive clear. Still being played off the wall. Griffith bounced to himself. They're able to find Sergio Sedano, who gives it over to Cesar Zavalza. Zavalza into the right wing corner. Finds Tyler Sharp, who gets it to Suchel. Suchel keeping his dribble, going through 1, 2, 3. Just too far for Sedano. Surfla making a run. Minute 34 still to go. Ryan Griffith sent it back to the keeper. Sent forward. Dummied through by Tyler Hewson. Here comes a chance. Number 23 making a rip here as Kyle Ayer can't keep this one down. Serdano still with possession, keeping the dribble, even though a South Sound FC player literally draped all around him. He's able to keep possession, and Sky making another effort here. Final minute of this third quarter. Played in towards the left wing. Ayer battling for it with Sedano. Sedano toe-to-toe with Zerfla, who's got to be exhausted. He and both Johnsons have been out here with Griffith for quite a long time for this South Sound side. Solveson finding a through ball, able to get it back over to Jason Zerfla. Foul called on the Sky, and that's the first after both power plays. Beautiful job done by Anthony Henry as he gets a goal here for it to be 4-5 with 8 seconds remain in the third. Anthony Henry with the fourth goal for the Sky. Cameron Mooring doing a perfect job finding that through ball there, and Sky back within 1 as Jesus Flores puts Morning towards the wall. Morning getting this team back within 1, and we've got a final 15 minutes of action. Back underway in action, Cesar Zavalza sends it through. Swanson recovers. Ball was sent over to Ilya Mohov, who was able to bring it down. Sky, down a goal. Final 14 minutes, 45 seconds. On target here, trying to tie it. And it is tied! 5 apiece! Number 77, Cameron Morin gets his own rebound and gets the goal he was looking for. 14:40 to decide the game, and we are level here late. Cameron Morin with the game-tying goal. That's what you get. Well, coming out quick is exactly what the Sky needed. Now it's a level game. It's as if you're playing 0-0. The tension's going to be there. What a through ball was played. What an effort that would have been for a hat trick for Derek Johnson. Instead, he's denied, and now they have to keep playing through as this one goes through the legs of Derek Johnson. And over to Trevor DeVaron, who did a fantastic job on that last save, keeping this a 5-5 game right now. Dribbles it forward, cross half field, no longer in the count. One player back. DeVaron's going to track back as well, gets him in front. Ferrari looking for his open man. Just across the red line, he's able to whip that one in towards the left corner. It's going to be batted down by South Sound instead, and DeVaron's going to have to use his feet. Dribbled in towards the center. Ferrari now, he's got one man on his left, one on his right. He goes, and it's skied! Cody Duncan, unable to bring this one down, went with everything he had, and instead it goes high and out. It's going to be a goalkeeper throw. Keeper throws it across. It's 3 lines, and that's going to be another time for Sky to be on the attack.
I got the number, but I told you the time, 14:40. 14:40.
This one, Doherty put it in, flicked on by Sharp. Can't find Zavala. He wasn't able to make the run fast time. Cody Duncan gets his foot in there, stalls this attack. It lets all the Sky defenders back, and Duncan slides in for a steal. All 5 of the Sky in the black back now. The cream of South Sound looking for an answer. They thought they had this game, but Sky was never going to give it up that easy. Griffith, crossover to Hurt. Has to be forced all the way back to Solson. No one's making a run just yet. There's your chance. Ferrari on Griffith. Griffith sent it through forward. Sharp's on the defense and gets a poke. Zavalza clears this one. Scooped up, cross center line. Hurt. Over to Zerfla. In the corner. Almeo sends the crossover towards what would be his right wing. Instead, Duncan plays to his keeper. Played off the wall. Doherty goes across. He finds Sharp, and Sharp making a run. Zavalza, as they escape the pressure, brings it over past half field. Dribbled, low bouncing ball in. Went to Kyle Ayer. Wasn't able to get anything quite on it. There's still 2 South Sound players, and Sky's going to keep it. Tangled up at the referee's feet. Player goes down. Foul on Snohomish Sky. Ball completely stuck at the referee's feet, but it's going to be 2 team fouls now. Referee says contact was made. Sky forced the South Sound player down, and now they have the free kick. Back underway again. Solveson. He's going to go for Griffith. Griffith toe-to-toe with 2 players, and this is going to be Doherty who wins it. Suchel now, he's going to spin and escape. He's got a guy to his right, and he's going to find him. Ayer takes the strike, and it's palmed at the wall. Zavalza keeps this one alive. So does Doherty. Allows the defense to get back. Zavalza tracking the man now. Jesus Flores with a goal. He goes cross. Griffith. What a slide that one would have been from Nate Ford had he been able to connect, but instead Ayer's going to get it. Played on by Suchel. Ayer at the wall, 2 men on him. Suchel Slips up on this new turf here, and he's not able to get there. Two Sky players in front. Make the wall. Boys decide which one's there. Zavalza goes low as Sardano goes high. You're acting like this is the final minutes here, but instead there's still 10 minutes to go in this game. As DeVarin stops it with his hands, can't catch it, uses the right leg and bounces it through center, and it's cleared. Sky have everyone back, caught them on a shift. Swanson now trying to be the hero. Can he get there? It's going to be scooped up by Nathan Salvson. Ball rolled calmly over to York. Tension so thick in this building, you could cut it with a knife. Stallworth whips this one high and forward into the corner. Man played on, just off the wall. No one was there to retrieve it. And Suchel's going to clear. Henry with the game-tying goal now. Makes some pressure runs. Back cross. Sardano, shoulder to shoulder, keeps this alive. Derek Johnson, he's got two tonight. Play it all the way back to York. No one was on there to guard him. Suchel making a run towards the left wing. Henry through center. Can't quite get there. It's a cutback. Henry on target, and it's stopped by Salvson. He wasn't going to let that one in 5-hole. Cesar Zavalza keeps it alive here. Off the wall. Played in towards the center. No understanding why they're yelling 6. It's 2 team fouls, and now a final down. Foul on the Sky. Looks like Southtown thought there were 6 players on the field, and a substitution error. Foul was not called because there were 6 people at the bench, despite Southtown screaming it furiously. It was a foul in the corner here. Referee's going to be discussing with the third. Currently, it's a free kick for South Sound FC. 5-on-5 still, just at the red line. The third official talking with the head official. Remember, nothing was called on the field. They don't bite. They go direct just off the woodwork. Could have been the leading goal for Jason Zerfla. Instead, it's off the woodwork. Ferrari makes a run. Ferrari with power, and it's off the woodwork, opposite direction. 2 identical strikes here in about 30 seconds. 7:52 still to go. Goes for power, and it's a goal. DeVarin went and played it straight on. It had a curve, and it's a goal for Nate Ford. As it's now 5-6 with 7:49. Getting started again. The Sky now need 2 goals to win this game. Mooring, who got one of the last 2. He makes an effort for this one's played on. Flores as Swanson gets all ball and stays alive. Craig Johnson with it now. He runs. He's got that left foot. He goes for it, but Zavalza's seen that too many times as he gets the stop. Boxes out Johnson. And Swanson picks it up at the wall. He's going to lose the dribble on the awkward bounce. Michael Ballmer has it. Mooring playing it forward. Instead, it's stolen. Jesus Flores going the other way. Plays it forward. The ball's off the wall. DeVarin played it quickly. Shoulder-to-shoulder contact. As down goes 7. Michael Ballmer getting up slowly. It's a 5-on-4 right now. going to be a corner. Sky take it quick. And instead of playing towards center for Cameron Mooring, taking it himself was Cody Duncan. And it goes high and goes for the goalkeeper. 5-on-5 here, as it looks like Michael Balmer was able to get off the field. Stallworth calling for the ball, makes a run. There's two up front. Stallworth and Cedar. Played towards Cedar, but it's a 3 lines, and it's going to be a quick 6 minutes and 8 seconds here left in this game. Sky running madly to get this red line started. 2-man wall. Derek Johnson and Cedar. Sent over to Connor Doherty. Doherty plays in towards center. He finds Ayer. Back over to Doherty. They're going to walk this one back. Sharp now. Brings it back across center field. He bounces in towards his right wing corner. He's going to find Ayer. Flicked back towards Sharp. Sharp wanted to go across to Doherty. Took a second. He saw Johnson there. Played in. Cody Duncan takes the touch a little too heavy, but Sharp's able to recover it. Connor Doherty at the red line, 2 in front of him. He's got Griffith and Derek Johnson. Peters on the field now. He goes across over to Sharp. Tyler Sharp, couple step overs. He cuts back. He flicks it in. He was looking for Peters or Duncan. Both have to track back. Ayer now. Over to Ryan Peters. 5 minutes, 4 seconds. 1 goal to tie, 2 to win. As South Sound lead late. Brian Griffith at the wall, finds Brett Stallworth. Brett sends it bouncing, no one there to retrieve, so instead it's going to be Doverin who has to scoop it up. Cross pitch to Sharp. Low driven pass over to Doherty. Sky rotating in a circle, trying to find the open man. They go towards left wing. That's where they find Duncan. Cleared. 3 lines cleared by Keegan York. So Sky whipping this one forward. 4:16 remain. Doherty goes to Sutral on his right. Sutral with a strike deflected off of Griffith. They're going to say it's still in play. It was right at the line where it could have hit the net, could have hit the boards. Referee has a better view, and we stay in play. Cedar jumping, trying to see if he can get a deflection. Played off the wall smartly by Doherty. Sent through was Sutral. Henry has to track back. Zavalza over to his keeper. Cesar finds Swanson towards the center. Bouncing ball. Zavala puts it in, finds Serdano. Swanson tries to win it at the wall. Zavalza goes for it. Zavalza's hit and brought down hard. Referee calls a foul on South Sound, who's immediately arguing it. And now Casey Cedar steps over Zavalza, who's down, and he's holding his head. 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Official timeout here as Zavala has to be checked. He gets big contact to the back of his head. And another timeout gonna be called here, so we'll be back in about 30 seconds. Looks like it was called by the Sky. 3:09 still to go. Swanson whips this one in. Down a goal. 5-6 is the score. Sky trying to find one back. They're having to play a little higher. Swanson making a run. Swanson plays in. Sutral can't quite get the back heel in. Pressure still in the offensive zone for the Sky. Sutral looks like he gets a little bit of a touch on it. Peters has it bouncing. Peters goes over to Doverin. Doverin quickly over to Sedano. Plays it low. Roberto Sutral goes over to Sergio Sedano. Trevor Doverin. In towards the corner. Quick substitute made by the Sky. Sutral comes out. Doverin almost has himself a goalie goal. And this one played high, goes up and out. Will be a corner. Well, it looks like it's going to be claimed to be off of a Sky player. And so we're going to have a 30-second timeout with 2:08 still to go, as this time it's going to be South Sound who want the timeout as they have possession right after this. Final 2:08, 5-6. Red lines where we start, so it's going to be in play. Swanson now is going to flick it on. Ferrari over to Swanson. Beautiful first touch. He's got to go toe-to-toe with Jesus Flores. Shoulder to shoulder. Flicked over to Nathan Solveson. Been a fantastic day for both keepers here. Some phenomenal saves here. Zavalza back in this game. Plays it through and in. Ferrari with those long shot power. Goes short, finds Duncan. Duncan off the wall. Finds 77. A bicycle attempted. Could you imagine that being the game tying one from Cameron Mooring, who biked it, goes a little high, and we stay in play. Back cross. Flores is going to be stopped by number 27 here. Cesar Zavalza defensively keeping Sky in this one in the last few minutes. Big one ripped in towards center here. No fouls, no nothing. We continue play. It's all clean here. Doverin over to Sharp. Threads this one like a knife over to Peters, who has to go cross. It bounces, but it stays low. We're still in. Doverin playing at the halfway line. Final 50 seconds. Blake, it's in! It's scored! Tyler Sharp rips one right off the woodwork and in. A perfect knife pass in for the goal. As it is 6-6 with 49.5 seconds still to go. Tyler Sharp with the goal. As this one's going to be a timeout called here, and might come a few seconds too late, as it is 6-6. 49.5 seconds. It's a level game here. 3-1 on the fouls, so those won't play a factor here as Griffith flicks this one into the right wing. Peters gonna stop it, tracks it himself. It's off the referee and through. Referee doesn't stop play. We continue on, even with the incidental contact. Said it wasn't enough to distract the play, and the players will continue on. Sky now having a chance. Henry using that muscle and strength. He cuts back inside it, but it's just toe poked out by Jason Zerfla. Sky still have it here into the corner. Ilya Mohov puts it in. Connor Doherty. Mohov high bouncing. Swanson with power. Almost in, just off the back heel. We've got 7-6, and this is probably going to be the end of the game. Deep cross. Trevor DeVaren saves it here. Rips one himself, and that's it. What an exciting final minute here. Referees did a phenomenal job, and we're going to see 6-6 here tonight as Sky are going to draw a level with South Sound here. Fantastic performance from each side. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We hope to see you back on the 6th of January against Everett FC after the holiday break. Have a happy holidays, and thank you for supporting the Snohomish Sky.